Hey friends, my name is Kalea. If this is your first time here, if not, then welcome back to my little corner of the internet. Today, we are here for shameful reasons. Shame. I recently acquired, my hands are dry. I'll be right back. Okay, now we have acquired lotion on our hands so they do not look like the Crypt Keeper or the Ash Monster. But I don't even know if you can see the laptop in the hands. We have the laptop for a very specific reason. Yes, we're here today for shameful reasons. If you were not here last week, you can go check out the video. Whatever, it's the one right before this one. I bought a bunch, a couple, a smattering, a few. I bought some books, yeah. And the finding places for things and like the whole putting stuff away neatly is not my favorite. No, and I discovered while putting said books away that hi, my name is Kalea, and I never finish anything. Hi, my name is Kalea. Hey there. And I've never really finished a series. Like, never, and I'll get really close to the end. Like, so close to the end. But no, I won't finish. So today's the day we're going to make a plan to change that, because I can't be up here talking about these book series that I never finished. And like, I am reading the books, but I'll just stop before the last one. I don't like things to end. So it probably had manifested itself in how I read my books. Probably should chat with someone about that. We're going to rectify this little problem using technology. Yes. I should also mention that these series that I've not finished, dude, they're old. It's not like I'm starting a bunch of new series and then not finishing them. That's probably what makes it worse, is that these are like classics, throwbacks, if you will. I want to say that of all the shelves that I'm going to show you, the only thing that's fully finished is Harry Potter, which is not great. I have some honorable mentions, like right behind me. We'll start here. I feel like I finished the Lord of the Rings series, and I don't know if it's because, I guess I could like look very carefully at the bindings, because it does look like The Return of the King is kind of untouched. But here's the gag, right? Number one, that's my... Lord of the Rings specifically is one of my like favorite film franchises. So sometimes I don't know if I've read the book because I've seen the movie so many times. I feel like I know exactly how the book goes, even though, yes, the books are different than the movies. I know I've read The Hobbit. That's my favorite of the lore. I've not read The Silmarillion. Dude, I have all these extra books up here that I also haven't read. Yeah, so that's gonna be a maybe, because I don't remember, because if I did finish reading that, I finished that in like the early 2000s, and so I don't know if that like counts for this. I digress. The next here is the Broken Earth trilogy. I've read 1 and most of 2, the beginning of 2, I started 2. But definitely have never touched 3. And not because I don't want to finish it. It is good, objectively. I just moved along and didn't come back to it. You'll see similar patterns emerge as we view my other stacks and shelves. Let's let voiceover Kalea take over from here. Is that weird? Finger guns? Probably. Greetings from the future. Let's take a look at my second shelf of books, which is really just a stack by the TV, but that is A-okay. At the very bottom of the stack, we have the first series here, the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. I have read Fourth Wing. I actually really liked Fourth Wing. I read Iron Flame. Yeah, so I have not yet finished Onyx Storm. I did start it, but I didn't finish it, and I'm not really inspired to until books 4 and 5 come out, truthfully. But we'll see. Maybe I'll come back to her. It's really not that bad, right? Yeah, okay. Next up, we have the Poppy War trilogy, which I really enjoyed the first book, The Poppy War. I just never got around to Dragon Republic or The Burning God. I really want to. I just haven't. You're going to start seeing a theme here. But that's kind of all we have in this stack. There are quite a few other fun things that I do want to read at the top of this stack. Immortal Dark, Lore of the Tides, Lore of the Wilds, Hours. But we're not going to get there until we get some of these series finished. Next up. Alas, this should be shelf 3, but not even really shelf 3 because it's technically the 4th shelf on my bookcase. I just also have shoes that live in this bookcase. But ignore that mistake. We're here for the series. At the very end of the shelf, what you can barely see is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have finished the first 2 books in the series, From Blood and Ash. I do have a reading vlog on that if you're interested. And Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which I finished at the beginning of this year, and I loved that book. Way more than the first one. Next up is... What's next? Can I see? Yes, the Imperium trilogy by Claire Legrand. I loved Furyborn. I DNF'd Kingsbane. I think it's just because I lost it temporarily when I was moving at a certain point and never got to Lightbringer. And I really love Furyborn. I literally gifted it to so many people. I don't know why I haven't finished this trilogy. This is kind of when I fell off my YA bandwagon, though. In between there, a quick little shout out to Callie Hard's Quicksilver and Brimstone, which I have not started. Next, which I have started, The Legend of Orisha by Tomi Adeyemi. I have read Children of Blood and Bone, liked it. Children of Virtue and Vengeance, loved it. I think I'm just really nervous that the 3rd and final book in the trilogy is not going to be what I want, so I haven't read it yet. Let me know if it's worth the hype. And most embarrassingly, big glaringly on the right-hand side of this photo here, is The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. I loved these books growing up. I loved Aragon. I love Eldest. I don't know why I never finished Brisingr and never read Inheritance. No clue. It's shameful. I am ashamed. And that's it. Now that voiceover Kalea has effectively read me for filth, we're going to do something about this dilemma, this conundrum, this weird phenomenon we experience of me starting series and never finishing them. We're going to turn to our handy dandy Google, where I have handy dandy MacBook, not sponsored. They own me. Also, do I want to show this? This is low-key dirty. We'll just show you the screen, but laptop here. And this is how we're gonna solve this. That and the help of a trusty dusty TBR jar. All the girls have them around here. I didn't want to get one because I did not like any person other than me deciding what I wanted to read besides book clubs and things. But I didn't want my book choices to be left up to God. That sounds terrible. The mystic beings, the book people. Either way, I'm dude, I'm gonna get, my luck is terrible. I'm gonna make a jar. I'm gonna end up with, trash TBRs or, books I hate, over and over and over again. Let me choose my own fate. But no, this spreadsheet, TBR jar, we're going to tackle these. Maybe I'll put it in that little vase. I kind of want to put it in this vase, but there's currently really pretty tulips in here. I went to a tulip farm. I went to a tulip farm. I went to a tulip farm in Rhode Island where I got these, and so they're still beautiful. So I don't think, maybe that will be the jar eventually. I also have another little green vase. So I'd like to be able to keep it somewhere where I don't have to put it away. I'm holding the green bookshelf because it'll probably go in here. And so I'm limited to green vessels. We'll come back to that. Not the point. The point today is the spreadsheet. Yes. And I shall take you along building it. Did I create this template? No. No. I got it from Etsy. Another fella, lady, friend, human. Another person that I watched on YouTube, where you are watching me here, has this handy dandy template that she got from this gal on Etsy, Maisie May Creates, and it's a reading series tracker template on Google Sheets. I am not the best at spreadsheets. I have Excel. I feel like I know how to use Excel until I have to do something on Excel, and then same thing with Google Sheets, but this is already set up for me, so I'm very adept at like changing things. I just am could never like build this. So thank you, Maisie May Creates, wherever you are, girl, we appreciate you. So on my series tracker as of today, which is April 22nd, hopefully you're not be seeing this too much later than today, because I was supposed to post this last Sunday, but then we had a death in the family, so could not, was delayed anyways. Series tracker. Okay, it says, gave me a little warning label, like heads up, you're trying to change something that should not be changed. I wanted to capitalize the T in tracker. Sorry, Maisie May. So I have input, that's the word. I have input every single series from the stacks of shame, the shelves of shame, into this tracker, and actually like looking at it all laid out logically and organistically. That's definitely not a word. Formatted beautifully, needing more adjectives here. As I look at it laid out in front of me, very methodically, there we go. It's not actually that overwhelming. Now I see why people do this. Should I do like more spreadsheets for stuff, or probably not? We'll come back to that. Here we go. Looking at it in its totality, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Now that we've imported our data, how many times can you say it differently? How can we tell I'm an actor? All right. Now that we've imported the data, it's not that bad. I think I did say that. We could just take a look at the stats because we're recording it. This is the worst part right here. Let's start with the glaring problem. My progress, 0%. That's not good. No. And total, here we go, total in progress. Look at this right here. I don't feel so bad about this because this Maisie May, whoever she is, has given us the top end of our, I'm sure this will adjust like based upon your reading and how much you have, but she has created an arbitrary number here saying that you probably shouldn't be reading more than 20 series at once. And you know what, Maisie May? I agree with you. And I'm embarrassingly halfway there. Yeah. But that's it. I'm not up here in the danger zone. So I definitely want to maybe finish a series before starting one. That way I can stay around this halfway bar graph situation. We'll see. My little breakdown I appreciate. It's really all the things I like, so that's really comfortable of me. We've got mostly romantasy with a smattering of fantasy, science fiction, and a drop of romance. I've just now started getting into more contemporary romance and other romances, so I wonder if that will change over time. And just for the series in general, most of the series that I've read or am reading, the series themselves are complete, so I have like no excuse. Sometimes you can be like, oh, well, the rest of the books aren't out, so I just stopped reading because I wanted to wait for the books to come out, blah, 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 blah. But I don't have that excuse. Not for 8 out of 10. Nope, 7 out of 10 of these. So yeah, I got to catch up, and I would like this progress to, you know. And hopefully by the end of the year, it is April 22nd. That's when we have looked at this. Let's come back and check in on this at the end of the year, shall we? Yeah, that sounds like a good time to visit her, and we'll see her periodically. Oh, we don't gotta keep recording this. We'll see her periodically as I acquire and update and read more. Why did I make my face like that? Jesus. And we will revisit her as I collect, read, and finish, most importantly. I don't know why I'm doing this to you. You didn't do anything. It should be like... Most importantly, finish the series. Any of them. Because I'm looking at 2 that I would love to start. All I'm trying to say is that I feel extra bad wanting to start a new series, Immortal Dark, for example, without finishing The Children of Anguish and Anarchy, which would be the last book in a maybe not very similar as far as plot goes, but YA fantasy. That's where the similarities probably end. But I would feel bad starting a book series in one genre without even trying to finish the series that I already started in that same genre. We're gonna do better, especially this summer. We got a lot of reading ahead of us this summer. All I did was highlight all the cells and then go to the Sigma and press an exit. I have 25 books to read before all of these are done. So if I wanted to finish this before the end of the year, I'd have to read 25 books on top of the other like seasonal things I wanted to read, which I guess isn't terrible, but like on average I read like maybe 5 books a month. It's only April. I'm gonna have faith in us. So that is the plan, Stan. We're going to use our handy dandy. I'm obviously filming this on not my camera because here's the memory card that I was looking for to shoot on my camera. Okay, found it. Wow! So, that's the plan, Stan. We're gonna take these books. I don't know if I will individually. I'll probably do, why don't we make the TBR jar together? Well, if you'd like to contribute to your ideas, please make them kind. I mean, or don't, bro. It's YOLO. Why don't you guys drop your TBR jar suggestions down in the comments below? Then we can all be part of this glorious jar making day together. I promise to add all of your comments because I don't have that many viewers, so it can't be that many comments. Yes, I will add every single comment to the TBR jar. Let me know if they are seasonal, because I will put them on different special paper so that we can know to like get to them sooner rather than later. And most importantly, put on some prompts that's gonna help me get through some of these series, because that will be one of my goals. If not for the rest of this year, definitely for next year. I already kind of had some reading goals for this year, and we'll do like a check-in on those like closer to the halfway point in June. I think that's all of the housekeeping. Thank you guys for walking the walk of shame with me through all of my books that I did not DNF, because I did finish the actual books, number A, and number B, I do want to finish the series. I just haven't yet, but will soon. Okay, you guys have a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. That could have been less weird. Bye. As I was saying, did I do the intro already? Hi, friends. No, I definitely did that.